What's up guys? Got the truck in the garage and we're about to put in some extended axles. Import direct, you already know. Alrighties baby. So let's see what's in the box. I haven't personally ran these axles, but I know a friend of mine has, and it has been pretty good so far for him. In case you guys are curious, because I know a lot of you guys will be asking the part number, it's pretty much the same part number as the regular axles, which is T08043, but at the end it says ET for extended travel. I'm not sure why my camera is acting up. Oh yeah. So I guess these axles have like a slip yoke inside this thing, which is why it's like thicker compared to the regular axles on the truck, where it only has like a regular shaft. For this side, you know how it's like kind of fixed, but this side is the part where we all have problems of the tri-ball bearing thingy keeps popping out of the cup. This axle, I believe, is both fixed on each sides, and the play is right in the middle. For this one, the play is pretty much in that cup over there. Like, it slides in and out, if you know what I mean. So from doing research and information about this axle, it is said that it's like suitable for like more degrees when your axles tilt. So we're about to throw it on and see how it goes. So the first step is to get this guy on jack stands and get ready to pull out the axles. We'll hold this thought right here. I got the truck kind of jacked up with the wheels being able to move, and you can see that it spins, but it ends up binding. And I believe that's the joints on the axles, like kind of binding because of the super serious axle angle. And you can kind of feel the ball of the bearings like right at the edge of the cup. And usually when your truck is like kind of flexing this much, that's when the ball ends up just slipping out. Okay, sorry. Back to business. So we got this side off, the driver's side. And if you try to like intensify the axle, the angle of the axle, and try to turn it, then you can see that there's like a binding, or where it binds. If you make it straight, then it spins fine. So we got our axle ready and ready to pop out the old one. We're gonna start off with this side. Sorry guys, I was recording, but I got Inside out. Let's check the angle for this guy. Pretty much max that angle. No binding. And the boot is touching the controller. And I guess this is where the pay is. You can see it. They feel really sturdy. Even the boots. Hopefully these boots don't rip as easy as these guys. These ones feel way softer. Okay, now we do the other side. So the new axles are in. Look how beefier this looks compared to that. Hopefully these will be the last times I ever have to change axles for a long time. Nice. And whenever you guys change axles, because of all the spillage, don't forget to replenish your diff using Lucas 85-140. And if you guys have rough country or a diff drop, make sure you take off your diff drops so you can get the correct amount of fluid and more fluid. Starts leaking out. So we got everything all back together. Still on the jack stands. And I'm gonna show you that even with the suspension fully drooped, there's no binding whatsoever. So that's a good thing. That's a plus I already like about these axles. And here's the other side. Same thing, no binding, which is a good thing. So we're gonna get this thing off jack stands and pretty much clean up. So the 4-wheel drive is pretty much complete again, ready to use and abuse. Maybe not abuse, but ready to use. Hopefully that's the last time I'm gonna be changing axles, because boom, I've been through too much already. Look at that. Please do me good, please. I'm tired of fixing cars. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully we come up with videos of testing the axles out in the sand and just go on more adventures. So if you haven't done so yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like and drop a comment down below. Shoots!